Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wild Things Found Online. I am Vokal the Slug Cat, and we are back again with some new Big Toph. Looks like she went live last night, so of course I am here to cover her delusions with y'all today. Big shout out to my slug pups and slug cats. Thank you so much for joining the channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead, jump straight in, see what's cooking with Big Toph.
I need to do these cameos. Bro, thank you.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yes, I like this new shirt too. Please delete your account. First of all, delete yours. Goodbye. Telling me to delete my account. Why don't you delete yours? First of all, why are you telling me to close my link? So no housing. You want to know why? Because you said so. Do I even need to tell you what's going on?
I mean, that sounded like confirmation to me that the housing was a no-go. Well, look at that, Tophia. See, you thought you had it all figured out. Please elaborate more. I'm dying to know.
I don't even need to tell you what's going on. Yes, this is my house. I feel like that's you're trolling. How is this a sad life? It's not really sad.
It is, though.
I still haven't seen my mom. I saw my mom on Wednesday. What are we talking about? Excuse me. I saw my mom on Wednesday. Do you even know what an inbred is? I'm not inbred. You know what is funny? Did someone say Jabba the Hutt? What is funny is that one chick talking about Ash Too Trippy, talking about how I'm lying about making money online. First of all, I don't make a lot of money. Second of all, you make money talking about people. Because I could talk about you all day. You let people spread misinformation in your comment sections talking about how I bought a computer. They think I bought a computer when I didn't buy one. So why are you saying you think? If you think, then you shouldn't say anything at all. To be in her comment sections and be like, oh, well, I think she bought a computer. You think?
Like, are you really going to just sit here and continue to harp on the one thing that people were wrong about? And again, they said, I think. They didn't say you did. It's... But again, you did buy all the other shit that they outlined besides the computer. So you're like, yeah, I mean, they're right. You just waste money.
I think you need to pull your head out of your bum. Imagine going online.
Oh, I need to speed her up.
Misinformation is wild. Thank you for the gift coins. Girl. And you literally said I'm lying about how much money I make. There's an app I told you guys where you could go check to see how much money someone has made from gift points. It'll tell you.
Well, I mean, we know you ain't making shit, so.
So someone grabbed me, right? Well, not inappropriately. But to tell me something, he grabbed me. And I thought he was going to kiss me. I was like, no, you better not get the wrong idea. So I was like, and then he talked to me. I was like, he didn't need to grab me like that to talk to me. Because I was like, oh, is he going to talk to me in my ear? I'm not deaf. I'm not old. I could hear. Just like, and I was like.
Like, okay, but I mean, you are slow. So maybe he felt the need. He was trying to, like, shake reality into you. Like, hey, you're not getting housing. You need to figure out something.
Well, that's crazy. No, I'm not that old. I could still hear, but to do that, I was like, well, what's going on? And some people they didn't look so good. And I was like, don't get any ideas. I don't even know what's going on. To be honest with you, I know that there's a relationship issue, but you got to find a better way to cope. I'm sorry, I'm just a nice person, that's all. And then there was somebody else. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I just think it's a weird thing, and I'm just like, was that weird? I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking. Maybe that's just my thought. Because they're always weird. Well, she's always going to sit next to me, and then, like, I don't know. Maybe that's my thought. There's some other things, but I'm just minding my own business, just like, and it was funny, because something happened, and I was just like, it was just like not an excuse, but like, I think finding a reason to sit next to me, and I'm like, I'm not mad. I do kind of like them, but anyways, it's besides the point. I need to stop.
Oh my goodness! Here we go again. Another crush, and then like you kind of like them, but you feel like it's weird that they sat next to you. So like, well, I mean, I doubt it, but let's just say this person might be actually showing some affection, might be trying to get close, and you feel like it's weird. You're the weird one, Toph. It's But okay. I mean, I don't really care. I don't want to hear about your crush. Not today.
I don't know. Maybe it's just my thought process. But then again, it's not new that someone starts having feelings and starts liking me. I mean, but maybe that's just my thought. I just don't know. I don't miss reading. Why would you comment that on a live? No, I don't. Thank you. I need to do this and then I'll probably be able to get me an Xbox. No, I went to a barbecue.
Wow.
I'm not lesbian, I'm bisexual. Drinking? The first time in life, Mountain Dew. I don't drink Mountain Dew anymore. That was just like, it was there and I said, what the heck? Am I drunk? Does it look like I'm drunk? I don't drink. Alcohol is for people that want to ruin their liver. I'll have a drink here and there on occasions where someone says, hey, you want to have a drink with me? But I don't drink alcohol like that. I don't get drunk. Someone can't be happy without having a drink or a drug. I don't need to drink to be happy. That's other people. No nicotine. I vape no nicotine.
Like, bro, what the hell is flashing in and out behind her head? Like, what is that? It's so distracting.
I haven't vaped in a long time. My vape is broken. It broke. It fell in the dirt, and I cleaned it with a Q-tip. And then what happened was that I cleaned it with a Q-tip. It had dirt in it, and then the Q-tip got stuck in the vape. So then I thought, why don't I just smoke it out? Maybe try to suck it out or smoke it out, and I smoked it, and it burnt. And I haven't had one for a long while. I'm not even addicted. So I'm an alcoholic? No, it's not nicotine. Look up no nicotine vapes. They actually have vitamin vapes too. Vapes that have vitamins in them. Wait,
Vitamins?
There's a lot of you in here that aren't following me or that have not shared. Make sure you are following me, that you share. You Google it, there's vitamin vapes. No, there's vapes. There's melatonin vapes too. There is a melatonin vape if you have a hard time sleeping. I know because someone said there was vitamin vapes and I looked it up and sure enough, there's vitamin vapes. I was gonna get one. It's a vitamin vape. And they have one that's
I
melatonin
guess,
so you can go to sleep. I'm not a liar, Google it. I'm not even...
Let's take our vitamins to stay healthy while doing an unhealthy habit. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
I'm telling the truth. First of all, I don't need to pay money to get my family member from the funeral home because he's not at the funeral home. If my brother was at the funeral home, then
he's probably
he wouldn't
spread.
be there. The funeral home don't hold them for that long. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to pay to get him buried, but I don't have the money.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You are not trying to figure out how to get him buried because every time you get money, you spend it. If that was true, you would at least have some money saved. But you literally blow money as soon as it touches your account. So no, you're not trying to figure out how to get him buried. Stop the cap.
Every time I make a GoFundMe, it gets taken down. I don't know what to do at this point. And saying I didn't even get an Xbox. I'm just saying. Some of you.
Now, what? Okay, so now you're saying you didn't get an Xbox? What happened? You literally said you were going to be playing Fortnite yesterday or something in the stream before last. So are you just lying about the shit you're buying because you're getting so much backlash about it? Because I think you bought it. You sound like you bought it, but sure.
You guys really be complaining. You guys celebrated the fact that I lost that $7,000 from GoFundMe.
Damn right.
I buried my brother. But instead, you wanted to falsely report the GoFundMe, get it taken down, and then tell people that I refused to bury my brother. I had the money to bury my brother.
No, you didn't. Ryan had the money to bury your brother. Or is this an admission that it was you the entire time behind that GoFundMe, Tophia? And you keep blaming us, but you know, according to you, it's Ryan. Ryan didn't show up. He didn't verify his identity. So it's not our fault.
Some evil, cold-hearted, fucked up shit to do to somebody is to cause them to lose the money to bury their brother and then proceed to tell people that they refuse to bury their brother. That is fucked up. That $7,000 could have really helped us. I could have got a car. I could have buried my brother.
But the money wasn't for you to get a car. And that's the first thing that you mentioned in reference to the GoFundMe and then burying your brother. So burying your brother, it wasn't even the priority. Tophia was the priority as always, which is why everyone celebrated that shit got taken down.
I could have been doing well for myself to have a stable income, but now everything's all fucked up.
Like, how would a car and burying your brother lead to a stable income? You would have been in the exact same position. Either way.
And people want to sit here and enjoy that. I don't get why people
Yeah,
enjoy being
I did.
evil human beings. God would never do something that fucked up to someone. God would never be that evil. Sorry, I keep pausing. Literally, all I have to do is get the information from GoFundMe that says they couldn't get a hold of my brother's friend, and they didn't take it down because I was scamming people. So that false accusation, I am going to sue people.
Okay, then do it, because you've been saying that for over a year. So just do it. I would love to see what the emails said from GoFundMe.
Because I have all the proof. So whoever said that I scammed people, your day is coming.
You did.
And if you think you're going to get away with defamation and spreading misinformation, you're not. You're going to get sued. And I'm going to get my money one way or another. I always say it, well, I'm going to be looking for a lawyer, so I know that I can't sue you, right? Because you're not the one that started it. I can't sue everybody that said that I scammed. But what I can do is sue one person and then send whoever says anything, oh, she scammed people out of money. All I have to do is send you a cease and desist. Then you really can't talk about it. That's how that works. So whoever relied on me is going to get sued. And the rest of you guys will just receive cease and desist. So if anyone brings anything up, I don't have to afford a lawyer. It's a pro bono lawyer, which means he gets paid when he wins. And plus I have...
Okay, then what are you waiting for? You've had over a year to get this case rolling if the lawyer's free. So what are you waiting for? Do it. Do it. We need something to shake up the minutia that is Tophia right now. So do it. I would love to see you try and sue somebody for you trying to scam.
Have a case. So he'll more than likely take on my case. What evidence? Are you talking about videos of me going shopping? You do know that I have every invoice. I have every payment on my PayPal. You do know that they can request that from PayPal, that I was receiving payments from TikTok and using TikTok money. And I have a card that has proof that my mom's family gave me $300. So if you're talking about videos of me going shopping, you don't know where that money came from. That money did not come from GoFundMe because I didn't have access to the GoFundMe. And I have proof that money was being transferred to my PayPal. So what evidence? The evidence could be shown that I'm going shopping. But I have everything to back up the money that I spent came from TikTok. Nice try again. It ain't gonna work. I have all the bank statements. I have everything that proves. You shouldn't be pocket watching people anyways. You're the ones who literally falsely reported the GoFundMe, then started pocket watching and saying that I'm spending GoFundMe money. How am I spending the GoFundMe money when I had to show them the death certificate and give them proof to even receive the money? Are you dumb? I didn't even have access to it. They had to get a hold of Ryan. At that time, everyone said I was spending GoFundMe money. I was in an active battle dispute with GoFundMe to try to get the money. You guys can't lie correctly. You lie improperly. You don't even know how to lie correctly, and then you tell someone to shut the fuck up because, yes, you don't like that you got caught in a lie, and you can't even tell the truth properly. I have all the receipts.
You have all the receipts, but still have yet to produce anything. So until then, I think you're fucking lying. You haven't dropped a smidge of evidence to support the story that you've been spinning this past year in regards to the GoFundMe. So I think you're full of shit.
I was actively trying to get the GoFundMe so I can get my brother buried. So how is that physically possible when I had to provide a death certificate I thought got stolen? Which didn't get stolen, by the way.
Of course not.
So
dummy.
You see the difference between me and you is that I don't have to tell someone shut the fuck up. Whenever, if the truth's being told, I will shut the fuck up. But you're telling me shut the fuck up because I'm telling the truth.
You're not.
You don't like that I'm telling the truth. That's why. You're mad that you get caught in so many lies that you can't even tell the truth. Ash Too Trippy loves to run her mouth but doesn't know shit. And she's making money off of my situation by letting people spread misinformation in the comment section. Does it look like I bought a computer? No. I've been paying my freaking storage and my phone bill for I don't even know how long. I don't have...
I mean, look, as a content creator, we can't control what people assume or think or say in our comments. The most we can do is block them. And if someone thinks that you got a laptop, I'm not blocking or deleting that person's comment for that. Like they're not making a verified claim. They said they think you got a laptop or a computer. And yeah, they're wrong. But they were right about all the other shit. They were right about the TV and the Nintendo Switch. So, I mean, are we going to glaze over, them being right about 2/3 of the statement, or okay?
I have no money left over. talking about she ain't making enough money on social media.
You're
She's lying
not.
to your guys. She needs to get a job. You know what, Ash?
You do.
You need to shut the fuck up. Everyone says in the comment section right now, you're the one that needs to shut the fuck up and get a job. Please.
I'm sure
Talking
she
about
probably
people is not going
does.
to make you money. You're not going to be like these other T pages. Stop trying to be a T page. We have enough T pages already. We don't need any more. You're just a waste of dead space. You're like a dumpster that no one wants to use. Please.
This is coming from the person that is like 7, 8 years into being a content creator, doesn't make any content, and just complains on live while making less than $1 a day. But yeah, sure, you talk big and bad about how other creators aren't doing what they need to do to make their shekels. Like, okay.
Please get a job. People think if they talk about people, they'll make all this money because they see other T pages. You're boring. You went from true crime to being a T page. If I was your supporters, I would have unfollowed you because I didn't follow you for that. People followed you for true crime, not for you being a T page. Get a grip on reality. All you do is talk shit about people you don't know nothing about. You've never met me in real life, and you want to post some fake police report? Are you a dummy? Do you really want to get arrested for faking documents? You can go to jail for that. When are the police ever going to give someone any information on anything?
And that, see, again, like, Tophia, just stop talking because you always turn around and say something dumb as hell. If the case is closed, it's all public record after that point, Tophia. Like, shut up.
The police are definitely not going to give anyone information about the carjacking, considering I told them about social media and the death threats I'm getting.
Then how do you think people got the police cam footage in the first place? How do you think people got body cam footage of your dad when he broke into that motel room? Hello? What's not clicking?
You think that they're going to fork over information to you? You're stupid. Because if that was the case,
for a fee,
then I could literally sue the police department for that. Because the police department knows that I was getting harassed. And the fact that they gave you that information, if they did, they can get sued for a lot of money. That's against the law. If everybody says, oh, she always says she's going to sue everyone. First of all, people can't be running around breaking the law. The police cannot.
They're not. That's that's the part you seem not to understand. No one is breaking the law by accessing public records or paying the fee and requesting body cam footage. It's not against the law, Tophia. You always talking about look it up on Google. Look it up. And you wouldn't have to sit here and sound dumb for 5 minutes straight. But sure, go ahead.
Not give anybody information that they're not supposed to. I was told by CVRC that no one was going to receive this information because as people can pay for shit. People wanted to post my dead brother online, some police body cam footage or something like that. And my mom was like, we need to find a way to block it. I'm like, there's no way to block them from doing that. If they paid for it and they want to post it, that's them. Saying, oh, we're going to blur him out of respect. No, if it was out of respect, you wouldn't post it, period. What the hell is wrong with people? You're messed up in the head if you think it's okay to post some shit like that and then talk about out of respect. You're just better off posting the whole thing, not blurring it. What's the point of blurring it if you're doing it out of respect?
TOS.
What the hell is wrong with you? And then I gotta relive this, and I gotta have a conversation with my mom and try to make my mom feel less upset because her son is being posted in that manner. Because people have no remorse, no empathy whatsoever. Who has no remorse and no empathy? The devil. That is of the devil. That's evil. To do some evil shit and to be kicking someone down when they're going through something, that is evil. I try to be positive and keep myself positive. When you got people doing some fucked up shit, talking about how they're gonna post my brother like that, talking about how my brother deserved to pass away because some pedophilic bitch wants to lie on the internet. I'm sorry, I don't care. It's been a while, and I know people said some shit saying, oh, I don't know if she's still talking about me. I don't give a fuck. She's insignificant at this point. I don't give no fucks about nobody. How are you gonna say you're in love with someone and then treat them the way that she fucking treated my brother? And then come online trying to act like she's the innocent one when she's not. That's not love. Love is not assaulting someone and then getting caught on camera and having to go to court for that.
No one
Do you know the amount of times my brother had to go to court to get a restraining order and it was dismissed with all the evidence that he had? It's so crazy. A Whole Foods worker recorded her assaulting my brother. We want to sit here and say she's innocent, she didn't do anything. When you love someone, you don't put them through hell like that. You don't treat them like a piece of shit. I certainly as heck don't treat people like that I love. I would never treat them like that. Just imagine, just think about it. You claim you love somebody, but then in their accident, you call them a burden. while crying that you wish you could be there to take care of him. Oh, I wish I was there to take care of him. And then you turn around and go online and say my brother was a burden when he had his accident and almost died. He was hit by a truck 50 miles per hour. And you want to go online talking about he's a burden, but then turn around and start crying that you wish you could be there to take care of him? What?
Tophia, like, who cares? As far as I know, Angie hasn't been talking about you. Why are we bringing her up right now? We don't need a 5-minute rant about Angie. Like, move on.
What the heck is wrong with you? Considering the fact that she lived in our apartment rent free, didn't have to pay no rent whatsoever, but turns around and starts talking shit about me online. After my family, your mother and father-in-law let you live the rent fucking free. Fucking crazy as fuck. And I tried to be nice to her. I tried to be nice. I went through my brother's old Facebook, not old Facebook, but his Facebook page, and I saw the pregnancy test from when she claimed that they were having a baby. And he said, guess what, guys? I'm gonna be a dad. Did you send him a freaking Google photo from Google of a pregnancy test? Is that not weird? And people want to sit here, bring her up and defend her and talk all this shit? Yeah, I went through his
I ain't never seen nobody defending Angie, but sure, okay.
post because I wanted to see that photo of him with Sergeant Slaughter. Since I was like, oh, you wanted to look back at some stuff. And I saw like the old cars he used to have, his Audi 5000. Oh, I love that car. And then I saw the Land Rover, anyways, and his Mustangs and all that. But I was going through his post and I saw the post where he said, guess what, guys, I'm going to be a dad. Then you go online talking about how you got a miscarriage. No, why don't you tell people about how you was going to drink with your baby? You were threatening to harm a baby you never had. And that's what you did to my brother. You mentally messed with him by telling him you're going to harm his baby.
All right, bro, look, I'm skipping this part because I do not care about Angie whatsoever. I don't have anything to add here, so we're just going to skip over this.
This fucked up person. This stuff is evil. I don't even have access to GoFundMe money. That's gone. It just makes me upset. And then being like, well, I don't have $4,000 lying around to bury my brother.
Well, yeah, no shit, but you could have been working or saving the little bit of money you make on TikTok to bury him. So I don't care that you don't have the money to bury him because you haven't put in any effort to raise the money other than asking other people for money, which is all you do. You're either flat out asking us for money or trying to live off of programs and drain taxpayer dollars because you don't want to do shit. So fuck off.
And I most certainly can't save that money. It has to go to bills.
You could.
I'm trying to alleviate that. I'm trying to get housing, but apparently that's becoming too difficult. There's always some sort of excuse as to why buddy. I can't receive housing.
Yeah, buddy.
I've had that switch for a while.
Bro, you lying ass piece of shit. No, you did not. You just bought that Switch less than a month ago. Stop the cap.
My storage and my phone bill. Yeah, because I'm on a prepaid service. How can I bury him if I don't have the money? I had $7,000. People falsely reported the GoFundMe and got it taken down. You got stupid people.
No, the GoFundMe, again, it wasn't taken down because of being reported. Ryan was a no-show. And again, I'll say it, I think Tophia made the GoFundMe, which is why there was no Ryan. Simple as that.
Like Ash Too Trippy, that dumb motherfucking rank ass bitch, coming online talking about the GoFundMe. All they ever fucking have to say is GoFundMe fucking this, GoFundMe fucking that. I have people that I know in real motherfucking life that knows I didn't scam nobody. I wasn't spending GoFundMe money. They were around me at that time when people tried to spread that false motherfucking information. That's why I don't believe none of the bullshit online, because it's just bullshit. They're watching you guys lie and 24 fucking K. It's bullshit. I had people around me at that time. If I was spending GoFundMe money, then when I have more bags than what I have, those little bit of bags was not $7,000 at cost. And if that was the case, I would have been ordered to pay back the money. They wouldn't have refunded people's money. How is GoFundMe refunding people's money with no money if there was no money in the account? Are you that fucking stupid?
Yeah, you didn't successfully scam GoFundMe and all the people that donated. That's all it is. Like, it wasn't a success because they pulled that shit and closed it down. But I think you were trying to, because nothing about the GoFundMe story makes any sense from a logistics standpoint. You know, the person that made the GoFundMe, you never had direct contact with him. You were talking to him through a middleman, but he was one of your brother's friends, a good enough friend to decide to start this thing up. And then, like I said, it's like, bro, if you start a GoFundMe for somebody or even for your own cause, I would think, you know, you're going to check it every few days. And it's like, oh, wow, this thing's actually getting a lot of traction. We got a couple $1,000s in here. And then when it comes time, like, not only did you surpass the goal and you get to the deadline, and then he's just nowhere to be found. Like, the story, it doesn't add up at all. What I think happened was Tophia and Mama Chu, no, they couldn't do crowdfunding for Brother Chu's funeral because they received money from the state. That's part of the regulations and stipulations that was tied to them receiving the money for his service and cremation. So Tophia had a bright idea of, oh, we'll just put it into someone else's name. And things were going great. Everything was going good, because another thing that strikes me as odd is, why would GoFundMe have any correspondence with you at all? You're not the person that made the GoFundMe. So why would they be talking to you about it in the first place? How they have no way to verify that you are the person that the money's supposed to be intended for. Like, again, like none of the story makes sense. And then she keeps saying that she has all this evidence. She has the back and forth correspondence and emails with the GoFundMe. Well, then show it. Show the proof. Because until then, I'm going to stick to my guns. I think this was all just a big ruse and Tophia trying to scam everyone out of some money.
GoFundMe is not going to get people's money back. And if that was the case, I would have went to jail for scamming people, because they would have took me to court. GoFundMe would have prosecuted me if it was some sort of scam. Why haven't the police been involved? Why haven't I went to jail? You guys can't even lie properly. That's not a lie, because people will get in trouble and will go to jail for that. You think GoFundMe is going to let somebody scam people and not make them pay that back? That is literally fraud. I would have got arrested for fraud, for scams. You get arrested for that. How am I lying? That's true. I would have got arrested, and I didn't. The state didn't pay for it. Again, you keep talking about bullshit. They only paid up to $6,000.
And you should have used that money to bury him. Instead of a cremation and a service, y'all knew you didn't have any fucking money. So I don't know why you added so many extra fucking steps and shit. You should have just buried him. Duh.
It's not $6,000 to have a service and bury someone. Are you that fucking idiotic? CVRC gave us $6,000. You need about almost $12,000 to bury someone. It's not a flat $6,000. CVRC gave us $6,000. You want to talk about scams? I'll show you the receipt that I have of how much they paid. It was $5,000 altogether. The card that I have in the back of my phone with and his picture, those are not free. And to print however many cards, because we didn't know how many people was going to show up. To print all those cards is not free. We had to pay for that. We also had to pay for the casket that he was going to be in before he was cremated. Then we had to pay for the casket he was going to be in when he was cremated. They also paid for his urn, which we had to pick out the urn we wanted. That's not free. To literally hold a small service, there's a fee for that. We brought the refreshments because we couldn't pay for them to provide it. We could only pay what CVRC was helping us, and that was $5,000. If you think a funeral is cheap, then you have no knowledge of nothing. I hate to see one of your family members die or you die. Your family's going to be in a financial burden. You really need to start planning for funerals. They're not expensive. They're not expensive. They're expensive. And if you think funerals are cheap, then you must be stupid. Then on top of that, outside of what we have to pay, we then would have to pay $4,120 to have him buried. And that is the headstone included, the service and everything. It's an all-included package. And I don't want to hear no bullshit about, well, why don't you just sprinkle his ashes? So my mom wants him buried where his grandmother is at.
And like she keeps saying, like, you know, the headstone and all this shit would be like 4K. I've had people send me, you know, burial plans for a cremation burial and it's under $1,000. So again, like this sounds like just more grifting. How can we get more money out of this situation?
So I think I would like to just literally fulfill her wishes. I'm not gonna do what other people say because it's cheap. I can't go visit my brother where his ashes are spread. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
That to
can.
me, my uncle's ashes were spread at the lake where he went fishing. I don't have. I can go talk to my grandma at her grave. I want to be able to go talk to a gravesite if I have to. No one knows what it's like to watch a sibling die in front of your eyes and then have the internet pull some bullshit and try to blame you for everything.
It is your
You don't
fault.
know what it's like. You've never lived through that. God forbid I have trauma. Fuck that.
You
Crazy.
don't.
The
You
evil
don't.
human beings we have in this world that have no empathy, that lack empathy. It's crazy. So crazy. If I had anything to do with what happened to my brother, don't you think the police wouldn't have been helping me?
Ah,
I
here we
literally
go with
gave
this
them.
dumbass
They
angle.
well, not interviewed me. They did whatever it is where they talk to you about what happened,
An
reoccurring
interview.
events. The
Yeah.
police literally had to write down a description of everything that I told them that happened in the carjacking. Don't you think if they had any suspicion I was behind that I would have been arrested? They wouldn't have put me in a room under a fake name. They wouldn't have given me a $500
Tophia, like, shut up. Because when people say it's your fault, they don't mean directly. But okay,
Grubhub gift card. That's so stupid.
I guess.
I promise to. Thank you, Monica. But people do. They said it was my fault. They said I had stuff to do with that. They failed to. I had to talk to police about what happened, about what I went through. I sat there. They said anything that has blood on it, we have to take it. I had to talk to them about what happened. And if I had anything to do with that, I would have been arrested right there. Because when they're talking with you, I don't want to say interview. I'm trying to think of what it is. I had to speak with detectives. The detectives were speaking with me. They can tell by body language. They can tell by how you're speaking. They can tell by
Oh
how
my
you're
God,
acting.
Tophia,
They
shut
know if
up.
you're lying. They are literally trained for that. If you're being fidgety, maybe sometimes they can tell just by certain types of fidgeting. There's many different types of fidgeting. Sometimes if you're fidgeting, it may not necessarily mean that you have something to do with something. It could also mean because I went through trauma that it's really hard for me to talk about that. But I was able to talk about it, even though it was like the same day I had to talk to them about it. And I sat in a car for an hour. I didn't know if my mom
Uh
and my brother
huh.
were both dead. My brother should be here, but he's not alive. And nobody knows what that's like because to them, it's like, oh, you're enjoying life. You moved on. You're spending money. If you saw your sibling die in front of you, you don't live a normal life. How am I supposed to
All right.
function when I saw my sibling die? That's crazy. I will never get that image out of my head. I will never get that image of my brother missing an eye. And then people literally making profile pictures with my brother's eye crossed out with an X over it. That's funny. That stuff is not funny. I'm trying to navigate life and be happy. And when I go places, I try to enjoy, but I can't. I go to.
I mean, the biggest issue, Tophia, is that you're only focused on having fun and being happy. Like, that's not how life works. You still have responsibilities that you should be striving to do. You should be striving to take care of yourself and get your mom out of that damn shelter. But instead, you'd rather sit here in these dusty ass shorts looking like an Eminem character and not doing shit.
To the river or the lake, and all I'm thinking about is how social media is gonna take it. Oh, she went to the lake. Oh, she's able to go do this. She's having a good time. Her mother's at the shelter. She's not getting housing. She's
You're
just
not getting
over here
housing,
just
which
having
makes
a
me
good
happy.
time. Is that what you think I do? Is go to these events and have a good time? Even though
Yeah.
in the back of my head my brother is dead. That's what I have to remind myself when I do these things. Oh look, my brother is dead. When events come up and things happen, I went to Twista and I was like, my brother would have liked this. Here I am crying in a crowd full of people that are yelling, screaming, and having a good time to the music. And then I had to compose myself and be like, fuck, I can't cry in public. Because if I cry, someone's going to see that. And then they're going to say, oh, look, she's crying in public and record me crying in public. So then I got to wipe my tears and mask my hiding because social media is going to take it some way.
It's almost as if social media is like the bane of your existence and you should just log out. You know, you don't have to post you going to events. You don't have to post going to the lake. You don't have to post going to the Twista concert. You don't got to post going to round one. You don't got to post yourself doing shit, but you do. Like you just want the attention. You could log out at any time and not deal with any of this, but you're addicted to the internet. So suffer. I don't know what to tell you.
Ha ha ha, get her crying in public. People literally have no empathy. I'll be somewhere and
Not for
someone will be
you.
like, and I'm not talking about people that politely ask for pictures, but I'm talking about people that just secretly film me. It is just so crazy. Let me put this back on. These are the things that I have to really think about. I can't even enjoy doing things in public because I already know there's going to be someone with a camera. Oh, I act and conduct myself a certain way in public. Because if I'm doing something in public, someone's always going to be there ready to film. People don't have lives. Their life is to follow me around. If someone's
Oh yeah.
and they're like, hey, she was over here. Hey, look at this guy. She's here. Come over here. You know what is so crazy to me? This is something that is actually crazy to me. Is that people have time to rush to a certain area just to catch me somewhere and film me.
Girl, like Tophia, your ego is on a whole nother level. No one is doing that. You are a well-known, infamous person in your city. That's it. No one has to call people and have people show up, because if that was the case, I feel like you would be getting pressed way more often in public. You would probably be having confrontations if that was the case, but that's not it. People just know who you are from social media and they see you out, and you're trying to spin it into this thing as if you're being like stalked. Like, shut up.
If you have time to do that, then you have no life. What are you doing? Imagine rushing to go see someone. If you have time to do that, then you don't got no life. That is so insane to me. I will never understand that. Who has time to go be chasing someone down? Who has time to be doing what people did? That is so crazy. You know what people did that was so crazy? When we had the SUV, people would literally put sticky notes on the car, right? They didn't notice my brother was behind them. Mind you, he putting sticky notes on the car, right? He caught these people putting sticky notes on the car and then them down, and they almost wrecked because they didn't know how to drive. Who has
Wow.
time to drive somewhere to harass someone and start banging on their car and put sticky notes? Then you must not have a job. What is wrong with people? I'm the problem. I don't have time to go to someone's SUV that they're sleeping out of, bang on their SUV, and send them sticky notes. I don't have time to call DoorDash, make an order, and send a DoorDash order to someone.
You have literally all of the time in the world because you don't do shit, and you would rather just spend your time sitting on your ass. That's all it is. That's really all it is.
You gotta have no life. You gotta have no value of yourself to be doing that to somebody. You must not value yourself. If I had time to do that, then I would have no life. I don't know why
Uh-huh.
people set out to harass people, hurt people, etc. That's someone that has no life. Literally telling me to harm myself, that is crazy. Please attempt, and no one says anything. I didn't call him a Fortnite headshot. I made a dark humor joke because he would have laughed at that. If he was alive, I wouldn't say that about anybody else. My brother would do headshots
Crazy work.
on Call of Duty and Fortnite. That was his thing. I made a dark humor joke to laugh because I can. That's my sibling. Anybody else couldn't make that joke. I can. You can't make that.
But you shouldn't have, because like all of the dark humor, quote unquote, that you've said about your brother, it's gross, it's vile, and then you want to pretend that you're traumatized and all this shit, and that you're still grief stricken well over a year after the incident. But then you make jokes like that, like, nah, man, I'm not going for it. And I don't even like Brother Chew, and I thought that shit was just disgusting.
That joke. And you can't sit here and tell me how I need to cope. To you, that may be messed up. But to me, it's not messed up because to me, that's how I cope. And to tell someone how to cope is crazy. You couldn't say that because if you say that, then that's messed up. That's not your sibling. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to say about your loved one that passed away. My brother is up there and he's laughing. If you
I
don't
don't
need to get
know.
the joke, I get the joke because it's funny to me. It's not a joke for you to be laughing at or to be getting. Why do you like, if you don't get anything, I don't know what to tell you. My brother was not one of the people. You guys are sissies. You guys complain about everything. There are some things that you do need to complain about, but you don't. And there's a lot of things that you whine, cry, and complain about. Oh, you say this. Oh, you said that. You called him a Fortnite headshot. My brother, we would wake up in the car every morning with the morning finger. That was just things that we did. It's just things that people have that you don't have that connection with someone to be able to do that. And to tell somebody how to feel, my brother would have laughed at that. My brother is not one of those people. He had his jokes. They were not all bad jokes. Whatever the little, no. You know what I
No,
mean? Oh,
Tophia.
you're a joke.
No.
Thank you. You can just go. I'll just block you. I could mute the mass spam of comments. If you keep mass spamming that comment, the TikTok will mute every single one. It allows me to do that.
Then do it. Shut up. Shit.
Before I lay down. First of all, bro, how do you know if I'm not getting my life together? You don't know.
You're not.
I have been talking
It's
to a
obvious.
therapist and trying to get housing. Is that not getting my fucking life together?
Like, a couple weeks ago, she said she needs to get back into therapy. Now, suddenly, she has a therapist. Like, word, I don't believe you. Is this like you got a new counselor? And you're not getting your life together because you're not doing anything different than what you've always done. You're doing the exact same shit that you did in the apartment. Sit around all day, eat, and go live. So in what universe do you consider this getting your life together?
God forbid I need to get housing because I can't afford to live and that pisses you the fuck off. So now I'm getting housing and I'm literally talking to a therapist.
You're not getting housing. You made that pretty clear over the last 2 lives, but go ahead.
And all of a sudden, I'm not getting my life together. I'm doing what the fuck people asked. I was doing what the fuck people said way before they were fucking saying it. They say, oh, you need to pay bills. You need to start paying rent. I was making money online and paying for us to live in in-town suites.
Yeah, in-town suites. That's not rent. You paying to stay in an extended stay because you're homeless, essentially. We also told your ass to go get a job, a real job, where you would be making more than the average $1,000 a month that you were making when things were sweet, because you're not even making close to that now. If you're lucky, she's probably making like $100 or $200 a month right now. I don't know how well, that's just TikTok, you know. I guess a few dollars trickle in from a Cameo and Facebook and whatnot. But like, bruh, you you haven't changed. You're doing the same shit, which is the bare minimum. And hell, I would even go as far to say you're doing less, because at least in the apartment, you did make actual content. You don't even make content anymore. You just go live. And you literally told us that there's days you don't even make $1. So like, what is the point? How are you bettering yourself if this is it? Just lazy.
When we was living there, what are you even talking about? Because I didn't get a job like you wanted me to? That's fucking weird. That's weirdo ass behavior. That is a bunch of fucking weirdo ass people trying to tell me what to do with my life. I was making money and paying up to what I could, but then I stopped making that money.
Paying up to what I could. Exactly. You weren't making enough, which is why you need to get a job. What's not clicking? You can still do social media and work a job. Most creators do. But that would require effort. And Tophia just wants to do this. She just wants to sit down all day, eat her Caniac combo, eat her Kit Kat and Reese's combo, and that's it. She doesn't want to do anything. But yeah, you're definitely bettering your life. Like, okay, Tophia.
I was literally making $1,000 every month.
That is pathetic. You are a grown ass woman talking about some $1,000 a month. There's kids in high school that probably work at McDonald's that are making more than that per month. Be like being proud of making $1,000 a month with this far into your content creation career. She swears this is a career. Like, it's pathetic. $1,000 is not a lot of money, Tophia. I don't know who, someone needs to tell you that, but it's not a lot of money, obviously, because you can't afford anything.
For $1,000 every month. All of a sudden, because I didn't get a 9-to-5 job, because that's not what you wanted, I wasn't doing what I needed to do. Oh, you're not getting your life together? What? I don't have to be getting a 9-to-5 job like you. You do that. I don't need to do that.
Okay.
I have the
Sure.
proof. Literally telling me that I need to pay the bills that I was paying. I was paying storage. I was paying my phone bill. Not my phone bill, 2 phone bills. 3, I believe. No, 2. I was paying mine and my brother's phone bill.
Tophia, look, none of that matters when you weren't making enough money to get yourself back out of being homeless. Period. Like, I don't care. You could have been paying for everything. And I wouldn't have cared because you still could have been doing more.
I was paying mine and the storage. I was paying the storage. And I also was paying for us to stay in the room because my dad's disability did not cover a whole month. So I had to pay. And my brother had to pay a week. Not only that, I gave my brother $200 to help him pay off that Jetta that he wanted to pay off.
Wow.
He had gotten that white Jetta, and he asked me, "Hey, I only have $200 left to pay him off. Can I have $200 to pay him off?" I paid him off so we could have a car to drive. When he needed his cars fixed, I paid for car parts. I literally paid for the car parts to help get his car running, for the Jetta and for other cars. I was consistently every month. I had a goal, and I hit my goal every month.
$1,000 a month is a low ass goal if this is your job. Like, you need to set your goal much fucking higher, bro. Because Tophia, you set a goal of $12,000 a year as your only income source. Like, do you not realize how dumb that sounds as a 30-plus-year-old woman? You sound fucking crazy.
I set out with the goal to make over $1,000 every month, and I was making over $1,000 every month. The reason why we was not in an apartment is because I didn't want to risk or jeopardize going into an apartment because I would have to put my name on the lease, only for us to have to be evicted because someone saw me somewhere and then starts harassing the office and starts reviewing places and then tries to get me kicked out and then laughs about it. I was like, nah, I'm going to try to figure out a way to own a house so that way I don't have to deal with that when someone says, "Hey, let me call the landlord." No.
And how is that going, Tophia? Are you on step 3 or 4 of the owning the house plan yet? As you sit in a shelter and had a bad housing meeting and telling you why you're not getting fucking housing. How's it going? How's the plan coming along? I need to know. Just so stupid, man.
They'll call me. "Hi, I'm the landlord. You can't get me evicted. That's not gonna work." How am I lying? That's not a lie, considering the fact that the last apartment we were wrongfully evicted. The neighbor was harassing us. They showed the neighbor our eviction notice. The neighbor was talking to people online. I have proof of that, and I even have his account too.
None of that has to do with the reason you were getting evicted. You said you were wrongfully evicted and went straight into, they showed the neighbors my eviction notice. Well, why did you have an eviction notice, Tophia? That's right, because y'all weren't paying the fucking rent. And then you literally sat there and outlined in the last stream that I covered how you knew the rent wasn't getting paid. And how y'all sat there, we checked it every day for 3 months. And it just kept saying $0, so we didn't know what to do. Like, just dumb, irresponsible people. And of course, it's like, you know that the rent's not getting paid. Oh, let's go to Comic-Con. Like, you can't make this up.
I knew his account on TikTok. He filmed when we got raided and showed everyone our window was busted. Let's not lie, because I have proof on my tablet, which I don't have my tablet because it's in
Okay.
storage.
And
We're not gonna lie. I have all of this proof. He was online talking with people. And then he said, someone commented, "You're being evicted at this date." They put that in the Discord. I
okay.
said, "We're not being evicted." How did they know we was being evicted before we even knew? Then we received the letter that said we're being evicted at that date. I know what I'm talking about. I don't gotta.
Like, bruh, no. Like that don't even make any sense. How would your neighbor have seen the eviction notice days before y'all saw it on your door, which she streamed? She streamed the whole eviction. You can go check it out on my channel. It's it's there. But like, bruh, like again, just more lies. None of this makes sense, and none of this has anything to do with you getting evicted, which is what we were talking about.
Lie about shit. It's all documented. It's all proof. All those police reports that I made with the police is documented. People
Okay.
can't lie because it's all documented. It's saved up receipts. So when I had to take this to court, it's all there. They said keep making documentation, keep calling the police, keep making reports.
And you yourself have said that you don't do that because the police aren't going to do anything. So again, this is just another lie. She's trying to threaten viewers with this stupid lie when she's too lazy to even make the police reports. She didn't want to do that because wasn't anything going to happen immediately.
And when something serious really happens with people online, I'm going to continue to make reports. So it's
Okay.
documented. I've showed them proof.
Sure.
I showed them the death threats I got from Discord. I showed them everything. They've seen it all. They've seen the
Okay.
grooming. I said that there was kids being groomed in there. I was concerned. I showed them everything. They're well aware. Would they care? Probably not, because some of the police officers are corrupt. Some of the police officers trafficking and all kinds of stuff. I'm trying not to go down this path of being upset, getting angry, saying something that I don't mean, or being in this place where it's always negativity on my life. I can't help it. I get emotional because what would you do if you saw a sibling die right in front of your eyes? You would not be okay. You can't just chalk up somebody going to do these things as being, look, she went to the river, she's okay. Look, she's spending money, she's okay. I don't have no clothes. All the clothes that I put money into is gone.
Girl, like you've been using this no clothes excuse since the incident for almost a year and a half. You have been consistently and constantly buying clothes for over a year. You have clothes. What you need is some laundry detergent because we know your ass don't be changing clothes for 2-3 days at a time, but you have clothes. You're just lazy. See, what it is, it's not that Tophia doesn't have clothes. She just runs out of clothes too fast because then she has to wash them, and that takes effort, which she's not willing to put in.
My shirts are gone. One of the shirts I can't even get back. It was
Wow.
an Outcast
Oh
shirt.
no.
The Alien album, that's gone. That's materialistic things, right? I really just have to cut my losses at that point.
Yeah, no
It's just
shit.
materialistic stuff that I'm not even worried about. The back of my mind is this thought of fuck. That $7,000 is gone. I don't have it, and my brother isn't getting buried. I'm stuck. Nobody knows what it's like. My brother died. Yes, I know once I get a place I'll build. I'm not stupid.
No, you won't.
Actually, housing
No, you
is
won't.
going to help pay the rent because I don't have an income. Like, do you not know that? And some places are all you.
Again, I've said this every time she brings up this. I don't have an income. Well, I thought you had a job. I thought TikTok was a job, and that's why you don't need no job. But then you turn around and say, I don't have an income, which is a lie because you are earning money on TikTok. I wouldn't consider it an income, but I'm sure that these programs, they probably do. And knowing Tophia and her compulsive lying, she's probably not reporting her earnings to these agencies that are trying to help her with the housing. So hopefully, bro, if she gets slapped with a fraud case, oh, I'm going to revel in that. It's going to be amazing.
Utilities paid, so which means I won't have to pay utilities. Now, the only bills I probably might have is a car because I'm going to have to get a car. I'm going to have to pay, gas is expensive.
For what?
I have to get the car registered, and then I have to pay for insurance, and I know where to go for some cheap insurance, so that's not even a worry. So
you'll never get any of these things because you don't know how to save money. So like, even if you do somehow get into housing, that's where you will be forever until they finally kick you out or kick you off the program, because you're not going to save any money the entire time they're assisting you with the housing. You're not going to get a car. She's not anything that costs more than what she can get in one lump sum from TikTok will never get bought.
I only have to pay once, and I think it's like for 6 months. I don't even know how long. All I know is I paid once for car insurance, and then after that, we never went in to pay it. So I don't know if he paid. I don't remember him having to pay every month.
Wow.
So I know it was just not even that much for 6 months. No, I don't let people up on my life. Sorry. Oh no. Why do you keep commenting that? I keep using his death to get empathy. Yeah. First of all, how am I using his death to get empathy when I was in the carjacking? You keep talking like it's as if I'm supposed to be removed from something traumatic that I went through.
It doesn't matter. Like, you are still using that incident for sympathy. Almost a year and a half later, you are not the only person that's ever been through a violent carjacking or a home invasion or any other violent crime. But you know what they don't do? They don't go on live and keep milking it for over a year. That's the fucking difference, Tophia.
It would be different if he was in the carjacking and I wasn't there. To say that I'm using that for empathy when I was a part of that trauma is fucking ignorant as fuck. I'm not even going to argue with you at this point. It's no point in arguing with someone that is fucked up in the brain.
Zoe, she's full of shit, bro, I swear.
People do not send me money or gifts because I'm talking about something that I'm always going to have in my brain. Because if you saw someone die violently in front of you, you're never going to...
You didn't see that. You saw the aftermath because you were asleep. You heard the gunshots, looked around, didn't know what the fuck was going on, and put your head back down and went back under the covers. These were her words. Okay, whatever, man. Come on.
Forget that image in your head.
Wrap this shit up, Toph.
If you saw someone die violently, you're never going to get that image out of your head. It's not about fucking empathy. I don't care if people feel sorry for me or not. I don't give a fuck. Because if I literally cared if people felt sorry for me, I would have left social media. I can see the comments of people being rude as fuck. People are now...
You're addicted to social media. You are never going to leave. It doesn't matter how bad things get on. Because, I feel like they were worse before all of this even happened. They had people showing up at their apartment, people showing up at the motel, all type of crazy shit was going on. And that wasn't enough to make you log off. So nothing will be enough to make Tophia log off. We are going to get status reports and live streams until the end of time. And until, I don't know. Because, if losing your brother and going through this whole thing, and then for whatever reason, your dumbass thought that maybe the person that pulled the trigger was from social media and you still stayed on social media, she's never going to get off of here, y'all. It's just never going to happen.
Nasty. I see the comments when people try to tell me all these people hate you, nobody likes you. I have people that cares enough. I have some supporters. I can read the comments. I'm not stupid. You think this just doesn't make any sense. I just don't get it. Because people sit here and refer to me as the R word because I have a learning disability.
No, I wouldn't call you that because you have a learning disability. I would say because you're fucking dumb. But sure.
And they think because I have a learning disability that I'm too stupid to comprehend shit. Oh, that I don't have the brain capacity to comprehend. I'm not stupid. I'm smart. I'm not.
No, you're not smart, Tophia. You literally sat here and told us either the last stream or the one before that if you got a job, you would have less money. And I'm just like, how does that even fucking work? How? You told us that you make less than $1 a day on live some days. And you're telling me that the guaranteed $100+ that you would make at a job per day is less? Like how you're stupid. You're dumb. You're either dumb as hell or willfully ignorant, because bruh, it's like the math just ain't mathing. Like it, you could, bruh, even if the minimum wage was $10 an hour, well, fuck, bro, $80 for an 8-hour shift each day is more than $2 from going live each day. No matter how you slice it, you're either stupid or willfully ignorant. And either one of those makes you the R word. Fuck it.
Not a dummy. I can read the comments and it hurts because certain people that I know can't even join the live because it's nasty comments and it bothers them.
I don't give a fuck. Who cares?
About anyone, but they shouldn't have to apologize for you being nasty. They're not the ones writing the comments. Why are they apologizing for what you're doing? If someone has to apologize for you, then that's fucked up. You need to take accountability what you're doing. And you need to apologize. You say so much hateful shit, it's crazy. And then someone else is apologizing for you, and they shouldn't have to. They didn't hurt me. They might have hurt me in the past by their actions, and they've apologized for it. I'm not gonna...
Is it crushed shoe? I bet it's crushed shoe.
Sit here and hate someone, be rude, take things out on someone. I've gotten over that because I learned not to snap or get angry because I know people are going through certain situations. But if someone's apologizing for you, then it's wrong. And it's wrong. And you sit here because you want to try to get someone to get hurt. Oh, look, she's crying. Oh, look, let's see what we can make her do today, because you like putting someone in distress. And then you want to sit here talking about how you care about these real world issues when you don't give a fuck about anybody but yourself. You don't fucking like black people. You sit here and tell someone who's black they are not black. You could give 2 fucks about black people. Someone says something very disgusting about black people and you didn't even call it out. You literally don't like gay people because you're sitting here questioning whether or not I'm bisexual and then telling me that I'm not bisexual.
This, like, what is this conflation, bro? Just look, just because people are not on your side and criticize you doesn't mean that they're bigots because you identify as these different things. Just because you identify as bisexual and black doesn't mean that since people don't like you, we don't like them. That's not how that works, Toph. Stupid ass.
That is weird as fuck to be questioning someone. Oh, you're not gay. How would you know? You don't know shit. So you clearly don't like gay people if you're questioning someone for being gay. I didn't get attention. When I made that video talking about being bisexual, I lost thousands of followers. And I could care less. Those people could kick rocks. I lost a lot of followers. Sitting here questioning if someone is gay is really weird. Asking people if I'm really gay is really weird. And especially because that is weird in of itself. If you're questioning if I'm gay, then I don't know what to tell you. I know how I feel towards people. I know how I feel towards both genders. I like women, and I'm not going to mess with someone's mind. If I tell a woman I'm in love with them, I really mean it. I'm not going to fuck with someone's brain like that.
I don't think you know what love is, but okay.
Imagine making someone like you and then telling them, nope, I don't like you. I never like women. That's fucked up. I would not do that. And I'm not talking about certain situations. I'm talking about me. I would never do that. People could question all they want. It's been really hard trying to understand the way that I'm feeling. I have to come to that realization. I can't be sitting here being like, well, I'm in love with this woman and I can see myself being with her, but I'm not gay. That's like the men that do something gay and then they say no homo. You're gay at this point. The DL men and the men that hate and are homophobic, most of those men, some of them are gay and they're internally homophobic. It's internalized homophobia because they're afraid of having to come out to people and say, I am gay. That's why they do the internalized homophobia, because they don't want to admit to the world or to the people around them, their loved ones, that they're gay, because they know what happens. So they turn around and be homophobic to mask the fact that they like the same gender. I wouldn't do that to someone. I'm not going to be sitting there telling someone, hey, I love you, but guess what? I'm not gay. I wouldn't.
Like, Tophia, it doesn't matter. She wasn't interested in you, man. Who cares? Like, again, same thing with the whole Wesley situation. Let it go. She didn't want you. You took small trivial, friendly actions and you concocted a love story in your own mind. Just like you did with the other people in the past that you could have sworn wanted to be with you, but for some reason they just wouldn't be with you. You sound insane.
Like, I have strong feelings for someone. I'm not going to do that. I don't play games when it comes to that because I've been hurt so many times by people that have told me, oh, I love you, or made it seem like they wanted to be with me and then they didn't want to be with me. And we may have never met in real life. We may have never met in person. I've been talking online.
Wesley.
But
Yep.
so what? It is messed up to put someone through that, to make them feel some type of way, to make them think they like you. And then they fuck with your brain. And it's like, oh, and they never outright said they were messing with you and playing games. If men were honest from the get-go, things would be so much better. It's always the women. It's always blaming the women. It's always the women don't know what they want. But the men don't know what they want. And women don't know what they want either. Nobody wants commitment anymore. People are so afraid to be committed to someone. When someone shows you affection or treats you the way that you should be treated, you push people away. Or you don't want to be committed because you're afraid to be tied down to one person.
I was I was not expecting another femcel rant at the end of this stream, but yeah, go off, Tophia. Because yeah, men don't know what they want. You know, them not committing to you, them not asking you to be their girlfriend. Yeah, that's them definitely not showing you that you're not what they want. Like, grow up. Grow up.
Because you can't be tied down to one person. A lot of these men want to be with a different women every single day. They don't want to be tied down. They're afraid if they marry a woman or they get with a woman, it's just going to be boring. I can't see myself. They're in their head. I can't see myself.
That's what men are worried about, Tophia. Let me tell you. Like, no, you have absolutely no understanding of men whatsoever. Ladies, I will tell you now, that is not how we be thinking. Not all. I can't speak for all men, but I would say the majority of men that I know personally, a lot of my close friends, like, no, it's not how we think.
Myself with one woman. Why do you think they cheat? You get married and all of a sudden you find out he's cheating. These are the things that people don't think about, and it's crazy. It's that people don't think about, and it's crazy. The 20% battery came out. I cannot speak. I'm not a perspective, and from what I've had to deal with, people don't want commitment. These guys, they're always like, I don't know, I'm gonna be single forever, blah. And then when they get committed to someone, that person doesn't have true feelings for them. I literally poured my heart out to this guy only for him to go online and talk about how he was talking to this girl online, right? While he was over here saying, who wants to date me, and having all these girls make these videos and then talking to multiple girls at once. What the heck? Whatever.
And exactly, like, and that's the type of guy that you like, Tophia. A guy that is literally broadcasting to multiple women, trying to see who all wants to get with him. And your dumbass thought it would be you. But you still don't see how you're the problem. The men, and hell, just the people in general that you go after, they don't want you. They're not interested in you. Why would you chase a man that is openly entertaining multiple women? He's having his own bachelor show on TikTok, talking about all the girls that want to get with me, make some fucking noise, make a video. Like, and your dumbass would go and make the video. Cause you're slow.
You do you, boo. But the crazy thing is that he, right, was like, I'm gonna be single forever. I'm just gonna die alone. I'm gonna be like one of those ladies with a bunch of cats, all this stuff, and then now he has a girlfriend. But it's so crazy, right? The guy that I didn't ran into that I said was one of my friend that's not alive, that was one of her friends, right? And how I already knew. He was literally like, do you want to go out? He wanted to date me or whatever. And I guess he's always wanted to date me, but he's probably never said anything because I knew he was friends with two guys, or three actually, and I knew two of them liked me. I didn't like them. But the thing was that he was like, oh, so you want to go out? And then all of a sudden he's moved to Texas and he is now engaged. Now he's not in Texas anymore. He's somewhere else. But it's just so crazy to think how fast men can move on. It's so hard to meet in my situations.
I mean, didn't you say no in that situation. So again, who cares? Like he asked you, he asked you to go out on a date. You said no, and he moved the fuck on. Like, okay, and was he was he supposed to be heartbroken for the next 6 months to a year because Tophia didn't want to go on a date with him? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. What reality are you living in?
I have moved on from certain situations in the past. There are some situations that
No,
are
you
just
haven't.
recent and it's hard. I'm trying to, and it's nothing
Haven't even moved on from Wesley, and that was like 5, 6 years ago, but sure.
bad. It's not like, you know what I mean? There's nothing bad about it. It's just that, thank you for this. It's just a lot. You know what I mean? I can't function anymore. I'm just so tired of
I
everything.
guess,
I'm mentally
Tophia.
exhausted. I'm trying to do the housing. Then I have this mindset of, oh, I don't believe in love because the situation. How am I supposed to believe in that when I get hurt constantly? These men show some sort of, and it's not, oh, I'm in love with them because they showed.
Like, bro, why are we even talking about men? Your last little fling was with a woman. Why are we catching strays? What the fuck, man?
Interest in me. They gave me a little bit of attention. That's not it. It's messed up to treat someone the way that you treat someone, and then, and you think that's okay. Well, anyways, I don't know. I just don't
Are
even
you
want to get
done?
into that because every time I get into relationships, I'm just, anyways.
Every time you get into a relationship, you've never been in a relationship, which is part of the problem. You have zero experience. You don't understand how relationships even work, apparently. It's just fucking sad.
The 20% battery came up. I need to wash this off and go watch my show and get some sleep. There's some stuff that happened earlier, and I don't even know how to handle that because it's
I
not my
guess, man.
situation personally, but I just feel bad. The system is messed up. It's a very messed up system, and
No
I have no
housing for
control over
you.
that, and I can't. Anyways, have a good day or night for you guys. I will see you guys later.
Bye, Tophia. Well, that is going to do it for today. And man, after watching this stream, I'm in a pretty good mood because, it sounds like she's not getting housing, and that is just mwah, chef's kiss. Amazing. Love to see it. City of Albuquerque doing God's work. But I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I hope y'all had a great weekend. Let's kick off the week right. And yeah, y'all be safe, be kind to each other, and I will see you all very soon.